Welcome back, my YouTube family. I am your instructor Rashid, and today we are going to do something truly exciting. We are going to create an accounting software in Excel using artificial intelligence. But before we begin, I have an important announcement, so please don't skip this introduction. Now, in today's session, we'll focus on the single accounting entry system to create this incredible software, a simple yet powerful accounting method. First, we'll understand what it is, and then I'll show you how to use the incredible Excel application we'll build together. I am also working on a double entry system accounting software, and as soon as it's ready, I'll place the link right here in the top right corner. So, let's get started. Wait, are you really watching without subscribing? That hurts more than running out of Wi-Fi at 99% download. Do you know how much effort goes into these videos? Hours of work, sleepless nights, and all I ask is one tiny click on that red subscribe button. It's free, but it means everything to me. Come on, don't break my heart. Hit subscribe, smash that like, drop a comment, click it now. Accounting can seem complicated, but don't worry. I'll make it super simple for you. What is the single entry system? Think of it like keeping a diary of your money, just recording what comes in and what goes out. No complex records, no double entries, just income and expenses in a straightforward way. While the double entry system is widely used in modern businesses, the single entry system has been around for centuries. It was used by early merchants and traders who wanted a quick and simple way to track profits and losses. How does the single entry system work? Let's break it down with a real-life example. Imagine you own a small electronics shop. Here's how you record transactions. Day 1. You sell a router for 3,000. Record it as income. Day 2. You buy a new stock of keyboards for 500. Record it as an expense. Day 3. You paid an electricity bill of 200. Recorded as an expense. More you can see these transactions saved here in this database. More we can search, clear and update the entry. If I will type 2 in this entry number and search this, it will give the information for this entry number. More I can update amount and press update button. In database, you can review amount has been updated. When I have to enter new record, I will click on this reset button and form is ready for entry. Day 30. At the end of the month, you check your notebook and calculate your total income minus expenses to see if you made a profit. Advantages of single entry system. Simple and easy to use, no accounting background needed. Saves time, quick entry of transactions. Cost effective, no need for expensive accounting software. Best for small businesses, perfect for freelancers, shopkeepers, and individuals. So, who should use the single entry system? Small business owners who have basic cash transactions. Freelancers who want a simple way to track income and expenses. Shopkeepers who just need a basic financial record. Individuals managing personal finances. Now that we understand the single entry system, let's create our Excel-based accounting software using artificial intelligence. This source code is 100% free, but only if you show some love. I've worked hard to bring you this amazing resource, and all I ask in return is a small favor. Just subscribe to the channel and like this video. That's it. No payments, no hidden fees, just a little support to keep this content coming. Get the download link in the description below. Your support means the world to me. Let's grow together. All right, let's create a new Excel workbook. Simply press Ctrl+N on your keyboard and boom! A fresh blank Excel sheet appears. This is your blank canvas where your accounting magic will happen. But wait, before we start adding formulas, we need to save this file properly. Let's save this workbook the right way. Follow along. Click on File at the top left. Select Save As. Click Browse. In the file name box, type accounting software Excel, or any name you like. Here's the important part, change. Save as type to Excel Macro Enabled Workbook. Finally, hit save, and we're all set. Why is this important? Well, a normal Excel file doesn't support macros, but this macro enabled does. If we don't save it this way, our future automations won't work. So always remember, macro enabled workbook is the key. First, let's rename our sheet. Double-click on the sheet name at the bottom and change it to Add. Now, let's add a title. Click on cell B2 and type Add New here. This will be our form title. Next, let's resize our columns for a better layout. Right-click on column B, set width to 19. Right-click on column C, set width to 35. Select column B and column C together. Under the Home tab, click Merge and Center to combine them into one neat title. Change the font to Cambria, make it bold, and set the size to 14. Now we have a clean, professional-looking header for our form. Now, let's format the field names. Select all the field names, change the font to Cambria, make them bold, and set the size to 12. Formatting your field names properly makes your form easier to read and navigate. To make our form more great, let's increase row height. Select the rows containing field names. Click on row 9 and drag it down to increase the row size. Now, make all rows middle aligned for a clean and structured look. Next, reduce the height of row 1. Copy its height and apply it to row 3 and row 10. Increase the height of row 11 for better spacing. We want a polished, form-like appearance, so let's remove grid lines. Go to the View tab and uncheck grid lines. See the difference? Now it looks more like a real data entry form. Borders help separate sections clearly. Let's add them. Click on cell C4 and press Ctrl+1 to open the formatting menu. Go to the Borders tab, select a simple line style, and set the color to 50% darker. Click Outline and hit OK. Now, just copy the cell format and paste it onto the cells below. For background colors, set the form color to white. Choose a 5% darker background for the rest of the sheet. Let's zoom in for better visibility. Set zoom to 150%. Decrease the width of columns A and D to keep the focus on the form. Now let's add action buttons to make our form even better. Go to Insert, Shapes, Rectangular Shape. Draw a button and set the size to 0.35 by 0.85. Make 4 copies of this shape. To align them perfectly, select all shapes by holding Ctrl and clicking each one. Go to Shape Format, Align, Top. Then, select Distribute horizontally to space them evenly. Now, add headers inside these shapes. Click on each shape and type its name. Select all shapes, right align and bottom align the text. Make the font bold and set size to 8. Finally, let's add colors. Select Shape 2, under Shape Format, select Blue. Select Shape 3, under Shape Format, select Orange. Select Shape 4, under Shape Format. Now our buttons stand out beautifully. And there you have it, a polished, professional-looking data entry form. Congratulations, you've just transformed a plain Excel sheet into a professional data entry form, all with simple formatting tricks. All right, first things first, let's insert our icons. Simply go to the Insert tab and then click on Icons. A pop-up will appear with a variety of icons to choose from. Let me show you the ones we need today. Save icon. This looks like a little floppy disk. Search icon. You'll recognize this as a magnifying glass. Refresh icon, a circular arrow, perfect for refreshing. Reset button, icon. Once you've selected them, click Insert and boom! Your icons are now added to your workspace. Easy, right? Now that our icons are in place, let's make them look clean and professional. Select an icon and go to Graphics format. Here, we'll change the graphic fill to white so they blend seamlessly with the background. Next up, let's resize these icons so they fit perfectly into our design. Set the size to 0.3 by 0.3. This keeps them small and neat while maintaining visibility. Now, let's position these icons on the respective shapes or buttons. Simply drag and drop them onto the correct spots. Go to the Sheet tabs at the bottom, click the plus icon, and rename this new sheet as Data. Now open the downloaded sheet, copy all its data, and paste it into the data sheet. Just a simple copy-paste, and we're all set. Now, let's make this data easier on the eyes. Head over to the View tab on the ribbon and uncheck Grid Lines. This gives the sheet a clean and professional look. Next, zoom in for better visibility by setting it to 130%. Now your sheet looks crisp and clear. Alright, let's break this formula down in a super simple way. The formula in G3 is G2 plus E3 minus F3. Now, think of this as your balance calculation, G2, previous balance. This is the amount you had before this entry. E3, income. If you earn money, it gets added to your balance. F3, expense. If you spend money, it gets subtracted from your balance. Formula breakdown for each row. First row, opening balance. No balance is recorded yet. Second row, gas bill 15,600. Previous balance is 0, income is also 0, no income. Expense is 15,600, gas bill. New balance, G3, equals 0 plus 0, 15,600. Negative 15,600, third row. Salary expense, 11,500. Previous balance is negative 15,600. Expense is 11,500. New balance, minus 15,600 minus 11,500 equals negative 27,100. Similarly, expense will be adding and balance will be in negative 7th row. Rental income of 5 million. Previous balance is 84,500, income is 5 million, new balance 84,500 plus 5 million equals 4,915,000. So you got this formula. Great! Now, let's create another sheet specifically for our categories. Add a new sheet and rename it List. Go back to the downloaded sheet, find the category list, copy it, and paste it into the list sheet. Again, zoom in to 130% for better readability. Super simple. Now let's make this really cool by adding a drop-down list in the form sheet. Go to the form sheet and click on cell C7. Head to the Data tab, click Data Validation, and under Allow, select List. Now, click on Source, switch to the list sheet, and select the range of categories. Hit OK, and just like that, your drop-down is ready. Click on the category cell, and you'll see your neatly added list right there. Suppose we have an entry number column in our invoice sheet. We already have 2 invoices with entry numbers 1 and 2. Now, when we add a new entry, Excel should automatically generate 3 as the next entry number. Sounds good? Great! Now, let's move on to the formula. Here's the simple formula we'll use. How does this work? Max, open parenthesis. In datasheet, select first column that contains entry numbers. Finds the highest entry number in column. We add +1 to get the next number for the new entry. First things first, we need to make sure the Developer tab is visible in Excel. If you don't see it, don't worry. I've explained how to activate it in a short video. Just click the link in the top right corner. Once it's active, we can move to the next step. Now, let's record a macro that will automate our form. Under the Developer tab, click on Record Macro and name it Add Data. Hit OK to start recording. Now, follow these steps carefully. First, select your form and copy it. Then, go to the datasheet, click on cell K1 and press Ctrl plus left arrow until you reach A1. Next, and press Ctrl plus down arrow a few times until you reach the last filled cell in column A. And press Ctrl plus up arrow to move up. Then one step down again. Press Ctrl Alt plus V. Select values and transpose and hit OK. Finally, return to the Add sheet, press the Escape key, click on cell B4 and stop the macro recording. And just like that, the macro is recorded. Now, let's fine-tune our macro. Under the Developer tab, click on Macros, select Add Data, and click Edit. You'll see some VBA code. Copy this entire code and paste it into ChatGPT with a simple instruction. Optimize this VBA code for efficiency. ChatGPT will generate an optimized version. Simply replace your old code with the new one, close this window. Great. Now let's assign our macro to a button. Right-click on the Add button, select Assign Macro, choose Add Data and hit OK. That's it. Let's test it now. Now I'll add a new entry and press the Add button. Look at that. The data is instantly transferred to the database. Let's try another one. Boom! It's working flawlessly. Now, let's add an income entry. And just like that, we now have a simple yet powerful single entry accounting software for tracking both expenses and income. And that's how you automate your forms in Excel without writing a single line of VBA. If you found this tutorial helpful till now, hit the like button and subscribe. Have any questions? Drop them in the comments and I'll be happy to help. Alright, let's start by recording a macro to clear our form. Go to the Developer tab and click Record Macro. Name it Clear Form, then hit OK. Now every action we take will be recorded into this macro. So let's set up our form reset process. Before clearing the form, we need to ensure that cell C4 automatically generates an entry number. In cell C4, enter this formula. Equal to max, within max formula, I will provide the complete entry number column from datasheet. This formula checks the entry number column in the datasheet, finds the highest number, and adds one to generate a new entry ID. Super handy, right? Now let's clear the rest of the form. Select all the other input fields in the form and simply hit delete on your keyboard. Alright, we've cleared the form. Now, let's stop recording the macro. Go back to the Developer tab and click Stop Recording. Now, let's optimize the macro code. Here comes the fun part. Go to Developer tab and press Macros, select Clear Form and hit Edit. Copy the entire Clear Form macro code and paste it into ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT, optimize this VBA code for efficiency. Copy the optimized code and replace the old macro code in the editor. Now, let's make this macro work with a reset button. Right-click on the reset button and choose Assign Macro. Select Clear Form, then hit OK. That's it. Now, whenever you click the reset button, it will clear your form automatically. No more manual work, and that's a wrap. You just built a one-click form reset macro with an auto entry ID generator. Have any questions? Drop them in the comments and I'll be happy to help. Imagine you have a huge accounting database with thousands of records and you need to find details based on an entry number. Instead of scrolling forever, we'll create a simple VBA search function to instantly fetch the data. Sounds cool, right? Alright, first step, we record a macro. Head over to the Developer tab, click on Record Macro, and name it Find Record. Hit OK. Now in our data cell, we'll use a VLOOKUP formula. Here's how it works. We start with equal to V, lookup select C4 because that's where we'll enter the entry number. Go to the data sheet and select columns A and B as the range. Column A has the entry numbers and column B has the details we need. Type 2 because the answer is in the second column. Lastly, add 0 for an exact match. Now, let's repeat the same process for other fields like name, amount, date, etc. Just change the column number in the formula based on where your data is stored. Awesome! Now go back to Developer and stop recording. Press Alt plus F11 to open the VBA editor, where we'll see our recorded code. Let's make our code more efficient and clean. Copy the recorded VBA code, paste it into ChatGPT, and let it optimize the script. Now replace the old code with this improved version. Boom! Cleaner and faster. Next, let's link our macro to a button. Right-click the search button, click Assign Macro, and select Find Record. Now, whenever we type an entry number and press the button, the relevant data will instantly appear. Time to test? I'll type 2 in the entry number field and hit Search, and there you go. The data appears instantly. Now let's try resetting and searching another number, and it works perfectly. How easy is that? And just like that, we've added a powerful search feature to our accounting software. No more wasting time searching manually. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, have any questions? Drop them in the comments and I'll be happy to help. Alright, let's break it down. Say we have an entry number 3 and we want to update the expense amount. Instead of manually searching and editing, we'll automate this using VBA. Here's how. Under the Developer tab, click Record Macro. Give it a name, Update Record, and hit OK. Copy the entry number and go to the datasheet where our records are stored. Press Ctrl plus F to find, paste the entry number in the search box, and find the corresponding row. Now your cursor is on the entry number that we have to update. Now, go back to the entry form, copy the updated expense amount, return to the datasheet, and press Ctrl plus Alt plus V. This opens the Paste Special dialog box. Check Values and Transpose, then hit OK. Boom! Your expense is updated. Finally, stop recording the macro. That's it. Now comes the exciting part. We'll edit the recorded macro and optimize the code. Under Developer, click Macros, select Update, and hit Edit. Copy the code and paste it into ChatGPT for optimization. ChatGPT refines the code by removing unnecessary lines and making it more efficient. Copy this optimized code and replace the old one. Now let's assign this macro to our Update button so we can update records with one click. Right-click the Update button, select Assign Macro. Choose Update Record, hit OK, and we're done. Alright, moment of truth. Let's test it. I'll enter 4 as the ID, update the expense to 12,400, and click Update. And there you have it. Our record is updated instantly in the datasheet. And that's how you automate updates in Excel using VBA. This can save hours of manual work and reduce errors in accounting software. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Your time is precious, and the fact that you spent it here means everything. If this video helped you, hit that like button now. It may seem small, but it tells me my efforts matter. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? One click on subscribe ensures you never miss valuable content that can change how you work and grow. I also want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Your words fuel my passion to create even better content for you. Together, we're building something powerful. Be a part of it. Let's grow, learn, and achieve greatness. One video at a time. See you in the next one. Stay awesome.